So, okay. So, hello everyone. It's an honor to speak up here. My name is Sophia. I'm the founder and the CEO of Actable.
Hi, good morning. My name is Josh. I'm the innovation manager at Actable. Pleasure to be here, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, so we are Actable, and let's say it's a startup from Germany, from South Germany, to be more clear here. And our mission is to shift the traditional ballet mindset, or the mindset of the world of ballet, into a more healthier and more sustainable environment by enhancing athletes and providing technical performance gear that makes them live and act at their very best. So in 1975, the Journal of Sports Medicine published a study by James A. Nicholas, which examined 61 different activities, and guess what sports was ranked the most physically and mentally demanding? So it was ballet, followed by bullfighting and American football. So yeah, I might get a better understanding of who am I talking here. Is there anyone, or like, please raise your hand if there's anyone who has a connection to the ballet world? Okay, I guess 3, maybe. Yeah, so great. Then you'll probably learn something new today. So the ballet world has actually a very hard, brutal mindset behind the scenes. And I guess there's no better picture to show this. Bloody feet mean good work is still the mindset of this world, and exhausted bodies is a sign for good work, at least. And it's also the status quo in ballet. So since I was dancing ballet by myself for about 14 years, I know what health impact it brings. And this all, or a lot of health impact, is also based on these kind of shoes. The pointe shoes of each dancer that were created hundreds of years ago and haven't changed their design and ergonomics yet. So they're still produced by hand, and if you get a pair of shoes as a professional dancer, or a dancer anyways, you need to prepare them first before you can even start dancing. I brought one, so maybe we can hand it around for those who didn't have had one before. Maybe this and this one as well. Yeah, so it's before and after. So I brought you a little video to show what it needs to be prepared, so what it needs to take before you even can start dancing with it. Yeah, I got it.
So it's a brand new shoe.
Yeah, it is. She's professional. It should work. I don't know.
How long do they last for?
Good question. 1 second. There was sound originally, but we don't have sound. That's why we're a bit confused right now. So, yeah, that's a good question. Does anyone know how long they last in professional dance? Because it was a lot of effort. Yeah. Yes. That's right. That's so crazy. Like, if you're prima ballerina, like the ballerina needs up to 1 pair per act. Like, this is the maximum, the most difficult part. But an act like a show or performance like Nutcracker or Swan Lake has up to 3 acts. So, like, that's a lot. And if we sum it up in Germany every year, there's pointe shoe trash created up to 130 million euros. So I hope this is a new info for you. So, and to give you a more closer example, the Royal Opera House every year spends up to £250,000 only on the footwear of their dancers. And this is actually a screenshot from a call of donations I did, and a lot of opera houses worldwide are reaching out and ask if someone could pay for the shoes. Yeah.
So what we did over the last 3 years is we delved into these challenges and created a new and significantly more high-performing shoe than there was. Thanks to 3D scanning, 3D printing, and functional knitting, the development and hundreds of prototypes, we brought a product to market that emerged from close collaboration with dance medicine experts and institutes. So our aim was there not only to safeguard the dancers' feet and overall health, but furthermore, we wanted to enhance their biomechanical mobility and elevate their performance to new heights. So what this effort brought us is this right here. So it is the sole of a new kind of shoe where flexibility is delivered by securely locking in place during the most demanding movements. So providing optimal support and stability when it's needed. So this achievement is made possible, as you might conceive, might not, by a precise balance of flexible and limiting features within a 3D printed sole. So our patented shoe can reduce the pressure on the toes by up to 58%. And compared to conventional shoes, they don't last one act, they last 5 times as long. So this is a more sustainable and durable solutions for the dancers. At this point of our company, we are thrilled to see how we continue to have such an increasingly valuable role in the relationship between a dancer and their performance shoes. So as I'm not a professional dancer, I would like to write via letter the principal dancer of the Finnish National Ballet, give you a hint.
Just one.
Yeah.
Guys behind the counter said, can you just check your sound is not coming out of your HDMI and it is coming out of...
It is coming out of 3.5.
Yeah, you might have to change a setting on your computer to tell it to send the sound through the 3.5.
Had sound here. It's external headphones,
Oh, okay.
so it should work.
Did you put it in DisplayPort?
This one? No. I can put it again. What is this night mode?
Let's check.
Here.
No.
Is it worth taking it out and turning up the volume?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It comes out of
That's
that?
So we might to try that. I'm sorry?
No.
Is it?
On that one.
Yeah, it is.
Good eye. So can you drag that out? It's still muted, I think.
What?
No, I'm just doing
Yeah, it should work.
Put the volume up.
Like, I think 12 or 11. It was like time for me to get my first point shoe, and it was a hard time. I couldn't find the right point shoe because I had such a big arch, soft feet, and it was like impossible. I had probably the hardest shoes in the market, and I had tiny feet. I don't know, like size 32 maybe. When I first saw the shoe, it obviously had a different material. It looked like my foot, but in a point shoe, and it like prolonged my line when I was dancing, and just trying them on, going on point. It was like And it just made my lines longer and like my foot just slimmer and prettier and like, just like really pretty. They were so comfortable. I didn't want to take them off, and they have like literally become me. I stand on them and they just trying them out, it was just very easy. It gave me the possibility to adjust the shoe in every kind of way. As I have a big arch and very strong feet, going on pointe, trying them out, I had such an easy way to go on demi-pointe, which is so important for dance. Like the feeling was very comforting. It gave me the possibility of my best quality. And just also how I want my foot to look, my lines to look. It like prolonged everything of it. The right support made it look good.
So, in the meantime, a shoe became a company named Actable. And in Actable, we see the huge potential in the shift of mindset of the young generation, taking this seriously and acting as a first frontier. And what the soccer shoe is for Adidas is the pointe shoe for Actable. So this is basically our heritage. This is where we're coming from. It defines our values as a company. But there will be more. So we aim to be the innovative dancewear brand and thereby inspire dancing athletes to live their best life and reach their highest potentials. And this can be not only done by a shoe. It can be like everything, performance wear and gear in total. So, who does make it happen? That's our team. Beside Josh and me, who are more from a technical background and studied industrial design, we have Isabel. She's the product lead manager, so she really takes care of supply chain and production and all those topics. Then Lynn, who has a background in fashion. She develops and works on the future knitwear collection we are aiming. And Selina, who's taking care of all the visual, great communication stuff that is like posted on social media and that communicates our company to the outside world. Together we were able to raise awareness for this topic of the future dances. We are super proud of this, that we also won a couple of awards and fundings. Without it, it would not have been possible to set up the company like this. And I would love to highlight here the BASF Forward Award for Sustainability for 3D printing that we won last year in Barcelona. Because we met our new partner in crime when it comes to 3D printing there, which is actually HP. And today we are all soles we produce are printed by HP Barcelona. And beside HP, we are working together with a few more performance footwear experts. For example, Framas, I don't know if you know them. They're also from Germany. They are producing lasts and developing lasts and soles for big companies like Adidas and so on. Then Stoll, who is like the German leading flat knitting machine expert, who supports us in every aspect of knit when we need it, and Fraunhofer, the Fraunhofer Institute for Manufacturing, Engineering and Optimisation, and also, of course, HP, as I just said. So collaborating with those companies makes it for us possible to challenge the status quo papier-mâché shoe with the newest in technology when it comes to footwear.
So, as a PJ sponsor of today's event as well, we wanted to give you a glimpse behind the scenes and share with you how 3D printing actually enabled us to have this impact on the ballet world. So, to be honest, without 3D printing, we wouldn't stand here, and this product wouldn't have been developed at all. So, what does this mean in our case to bring this kind of product to the performance shoe market? Our original intent was not to establish a company specializing in 3D printing. But as our journey goes on and unfolded, 3D printing became the linchpin that guided us through every phase. So from prototyping to the serial product, the printed serial product, and eventually even shaping our business model. Today I would like to show you 2 of our still ongoing main challenges and share our strategy and how we address them. So as you can as you can see on the slide, our efforts stroll around striking a delicate balance between respecting. Okay, that's not the word I was looking for. So we have to handle both the unique needs of the athletes that are highly specialized in their proprioception, so they know very precise what they want on their feet, and also the requirements of being profitable as a business. So when it comes to our customers, their body is their capital. So in the realm of professional sports, this perspective places an immense value on health, making athletes much more cautious. So building trust and dispelling the fear of the unknown becomes most important here. On the functional side of the product, the interest is so not just about achieving a lighter, stronger, or more flexible version. Reliability takes the center stage. So trust in the product and its durability is crucial and determines whether the product succeeds or not. So lastly, there's obviously a need for improving the overall user experience when it comes to preparing the shoe, as Sophia mentioned earlier. But the thing is, there is already a certain existing rituality and sense of normality associated with preparing these shoes. So our aim was not to fully determine this ritual, but far more exchange it with a better and easier way. So on the technical side of the development, we as designers who want to have various functions within one product naturally turn towards 3D printing. So it really allowed us to effectively address and integrate these diverse requirements into the sole's geometry. 3D printing enables us to directly, furthermore, translate the dancer's precise wishes into actual functions. So what came with that was during the first iteration, we gathered a lot of information and wishes and developed functional prototypes out of them. So, but over time, we had more and more functions, and the interaction between these individual features in this one 3D printed sole became increasingly complex. So in addition to our other part, the 3D knitted skin, handling this complexity demanded a person or demanded those who could really sense the impact of even the smallest change we do while developing this product. So the dancers themselves. So eventually, it was a logical decision to become more, and what I mean with more is most customer-centric company. We try to involve the athletes from there on in every step possible during this journey.
So in practice, that means that over the past 4 years, we've had several test athletes on a weekly basis in our studio in Karlsruhe. And we've made countless of individual adjustments to our prototypes from them. So the great advantage of having athletes that are dancers as testers used to be that they are kind of product developers themselves, because when you remember the preparing shoe thing from the beginning, they already found out what they need to do to reach a couple aim, and that really makes their feedback so valuable, because they really can provide very detailed information of what works and what not and why. And however, their feedback also includes subjective feelings and individual pain tolerances and perceptions. It's so subjective that it's also very complex to interpret it. And after hundreds of testing sessions, we discovered recurring patterns which is really great, hidden with all those personal and individual feedbacks. So this allowed us to define what works well for everyone and where we still need the possibility to adjust something in the shoe when we put the product out in the market for each individual dancer. So aside from the technical part or aspect, it has been very important to us to build trust and connections. So through intimate conversations with dancers and athletes, we gained much more details. And of course, from a business perspective, satisfied athletes will also be later customers and recruit follow-up customers. I guess this is clear. And to establish connections on a global scale after we did our fittings in Germany in our studio. And we wanted to really receive more diverse feedback. We launched our beta phase in 2022, which was worldwide. Like we had athletes from America, from Finland, like Violetta, and Germany, and so on. And this was a big milestone. So like everyone was excited to finally put a product out there in a larger scale. And we started an open call on Instagram then, really hoping that someone would apply, because no one has seen the product before. And in fact, we were overwhelmed because so many athletes reached out to us and wanted to be part of this and dared to pay 180 euros just to test the product for 3 months. So we took the feedback seriously and incorporated it in the final product. And so here in my hands now, I have the 3D printed sole, and you can see it. So what you just saw, like that's the amazing part, what Josh already told as well, so that we have the flexibility to roll through the foot, what was not able before with normal point shoes. And what comes on top, like if you have it in your hands, like there's a really thin heel part here, so this will always like go with every movement the dancer does. Then we have the flexibility to still adjust the shoe with the incisions here in the toe box area, so wider feet will also fit in there as smaller feet as well, because on top of everything comes this, we call it skin, because it's like a second skin, that will compress everything and fit it to individual feet. So the sole effectively absorbs huge forces, which avoid compensating movements along the kinetic chain and preventing stress and injuries. So we offer a left and a right sole, and guys, this is also new because normal point shoes don't have a left and a right version. So groundbreaking, and the shoe adapts to the foot and not the other way around like it was before. So they are ready to dance. You just like can take them, put them on, and don't prepare them for at least again 2 hours or something compared to this. So the skin I can show you here that comes on top is a 3D knit. So it has like compression zones that very snugly fit to the foot. Then it has an elastic heel part, because standing flat will mean the foot is longer than instead of being on point. So it will adapt to the length of the foot. And then we have a patented laser system underneath. So there will be clicked in 3 like ribbons here, and the foot will be like hold in a funnel, so that all the pressure is not going down to the toes, but will already be absorbed here in this main area. Yeah, so like this is the whole system itself, which is modular and helps to also prevent from those pressure points. And last year was very important for us because like we had this year, we had our official launch of our act points, and what we are now doing is to visit opera houses, mostly in Germany right now, and conduct fittings there. So everyone who's interested can reach out to us, and we will go there and tell the dancers in one-on-one sessions how they can customize the shoes for their needs, and also how how their experience is. So for us, it's the most important thing that we learn also something still continuing. And that's why we conduct studies and like also questionnaires when we are there. So as you can see here, for example, during the fittings, the pain level was ranked 0.3 with our shoes compared to the traditional shoes, which is like 5.4. Like that are crazy nice numbers we are happy about. And that's how it looks like. So here's a little behind the scenes video.
Walking on a cloud. They just go where I want them to go. It's crazy. I like that it looks like different from the classical pointe shoe. It gives that idea of something more modern. I like how they feel in the foot and that they're really secure, and the way they follow the movement of the foot. It really feels like one part of the foot. I really felt everything possible, like also even to jump and also to do tanju and all the tradition from the step to step. I think it's much smoother because you have you really feel the floor, and at the same time it's still very protected. Yeah, I felt amazing.
I think so, yes. Yes, of course. Like I see already you have different approach, no? The pointe shoes, so if you continue like this and even getting better, it will be nice. Like the football players, they have, I think, better shoes. Will be nice that somebody take care of the dancers and do something for the dancers, because we're not on the same level than other sports. Sometimes we are left behind, and it's really tough to be a dancer, so we'll have more support with people creating these kind of things. Will be really nice for the future dancers.
So as we are talking about the benefits that 3D printing brought us during the development, I want to share with you what it took at all to be able to put a 3D printed model product itself on the market, because it was not that easy. When we started our development journey, we not only experienced the benefits that comes with 3D printing, more or less also the challenges utilizing 3D printing. So, for example, the rare existence then of high performance materials, as well as their availability, and also the options who and where technology really was capable of producing our functional parts, was a diminishing point in the beginning. And alone this fact had significant implication on how it even could be scalable. Also, the extremely high costs associated with these technologies was a challenge we knew we have to navigate. And it turned that we needed to be on point not only in functionality, but also in aesthetics and the overall finish of the product to give the impression of a final product. So we saw that these factors play an important role in establishing trust and credibility in the customer. So you might ask, why did they do it then? Let me explain. We found ourselves not even halfway to our intended goal, with both money and time slipping away rapidly. So instead of sticking to our initial plan to producing our soles via injection molding, we had to look for alternatives. So that we found by focusing on the chances 3D printing provided over the years, over the last couple of years. So it will allow us to improve the sole's function and ultimately enable us to deliver outstanding quality, all while already sending out the product. So first of all, 3D printing remains the only technology for us that allows updating the product without hefty investments. That is quite important for a little startup, compared at least to injection molding. And thanks to technological advancements and increased affordability of the HP multi-jet fusion, we can now achieve a level of precision and density in our product that was previously too expensive. This technology allows us to create a material structure within the 3D print where stability of the vertical layer compared to the vertical axis are quite equal. So, to summarize, I just heard we have just a couple minutes left. So, to summarize, it blurs the boundaries between the development and production for us. Scalability is now an on-demand reality, enabling us to adapt swiftly to what the market really needs and demand. And as we expand our portfolio to offer individually adapted soles for dancers, we don't have to come up with a completely new business. We could also integrate it seamlessly into the production process we just set up. So, as beautiful as it is to adjust while producing, the business model has to allow such flexibility. What we did there is, instead of having a traditional one-piece shoe, we tried to put out a solution that has modular components and consists of the soles, the lasers, and the skins. So therefore, we adopted a strategy inspired by King Gillette's razor blade model. So the key in here is making 3D printing affordable for our customers, and lies in the fact that the technology's cost and value lie in the sole. So the rest is built around that. So profitability hereby is achieved by upselling the additional, more affordable components that are essential for the overall function, but are exposed to wear and tear. So instead of buying entirely new shoes each time, customers can reuse the 3D printed sole while only replace the worn parts, making it a more sustainable and cost-effective solution.
Yeah, so, and now you might ask what's next. I mean, like what you just heard in the last minutes is a highly disruptive and unique opportunity to change an industry completely and really make a big impact instead of what was there before. And our ultimate goal is now to reach or achieve enough printing volume to be able to offer more of the personalized shoes and adapt to the specific foot architecture. And furthermore, what I just mentioned, like the 3D knitting topic, so we made the experience how to include those functions into textiles, which is really great, and we're now like heading to expand our portfolio into this direction and play a strong focus on enhancing the performance of athletes in other dance disciplines as well through specialized performance wear. So yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having us. Maybe if you have some questions, you can ask it later because I think we're already running out of time. Yeah, so thank you.